Hello everyone, our dear first secondary students. This is Mr. Ahmed Hamdi with you. In the last session we talked about Unit 9, the vocab of Unit 9, we studied it. Today we are going to study the most important new language notes of Unit 9, and then we are going to answer some multiple choices about the vocab. So let's start. The first word is arrive in. Arrive in, it's followed by a place or a city. You can say, for example, he arrived in Cairo, he arrived in Alexandria, he arrived in Egypt, in England, whatever. The next one, it's arrived at. Okay, arrived at, it's used for places. You can say he arrived at the airport, he arrived at school, he arrived at the hotel, whatever. It's about places. Okay, you can use only arrive without in or at. You can use only arrive, but it's usually used at the end of the question or at the end of the sentence, like this one, when did they arrive? Okay, only arrive, don't use in or at here. There is another word that has the same meaning as arrive, it's reach. Reach is followed by the object or followed by the place. You can say he reached the airport. Reach is not followed by a preposition. Don't say he reached in the airport, don't say he reached at the airport. Reach in English, it might be used in other expressions, like for example you can say they reached a solution for the problem. Okay, they reached a solution for the problem, it's okay. What level did you reach when you are playing a game or something like that? Get to, the next one, it's a get to. Okay, get to here, it's a phrasal verb. When get is followed by to, it means arrive or reach. You can say they got to Cairo airport. Let's start or let's study another example. The difference between start by and start with. Start by is followed by gerund, like this example. Can you start by telling us your name? Gerund here, it means verb, like tell, plus ing. Okay, so start by telling. Another example, start with. Start with is followed by noun. You can say the speaker started with a description of his journey to China. Started with a description. So start by plus gerund, verb plus ing, start with plus noun. The noun here is the word description. Okay. What is the difference between win and beat? Win, you can win a game, you can win a championship, you can win a medal, you can win a trophy, you can win the cup. Egypt will win the cup, for example. It's okay. Beat, you can beat someone, you can beat another team. A country can beat a country in football, for example, like this one. America could beat England. America could beat England. By the way, the past of beat is bet. The same letters but different pronunciation. Earn, you can earn money, you can earn a living. When you earn a living, it means that you work hard to get enough money in order to be able to live. Gain, you can gain. Okay, that's what's meant by gain. You can gain knowledge, you can gain experience, you can gain information, you can gain fame, you can gain reputation, you can gain weight, you can gain speed. Okay, you can gain height, you can gain quantity, like these examples. You gained a lot of information from the conference مؤتمر. Ali gained 3 kilos in weight in the last month. When you say someone gains extra kilos in weight, that means his weight has increased. What is the difference between foreigner and foreign? Foreigner and foreign. A foreigner, when you talk about someone. A foreigner, when you talk about someone from another country. You can say He isn't from Egypt, he's a foreigner. He is a foreigner here, it means he's English, he's British, he's French, whatever. Foreign. It's used to describe a country, it's used to describe goods, it's used to describe language. For example, Arabic is your mother tongue, your own language, but English is a foreign language, French is a foreign language, Italian, and so on. Example, learning foreign language is very important. Foreign language, language that's not your own mother tongue. A stranger, stranger, someone you don't know. When you are a stranger in a place, for example, that means you are in a place that you don't know very well. I'm a stranger here, I don't know where the post office is. What is the difference between argue for and argue against? When you argue for something, that means you supported that thing. He argued strongly for the proposal, for the subject, for he argued strongly for women's rights, for example. He supported women's rights. Argue against, that means you don't like something. Okay, they argued against the new tax. Tax, it means ضريبة. Argued against, that means they didn't like the new tax. Learn or teach. By the way, the difference is students learn but teachers teach. Learn or teach, they might be followed by the same structure, which is to plus the infinitive, or how to plus the infinitive. Okay, let's have some examples. She learns to cook, or she taught me how to cook. Okay, know and show, know and show. Okay, they followed by how to plus the infinitive. She doesn't know how to cook. Okay, she, you can say, she is showing me how to sing, for example. Okay, you have to note she is showing me how to sing. Let's answer some multiple choices about the vocab and the structure of this unit. Number one, the teacher asked us to write, summarize, a summary of Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre, by the way, this is a title or a name of a famous novel. So the teacher asked us to write a summary. ملخص. Number two, we had a fruitful, discuss, decisive, discussion on how, on the new novel. We had a fruitful discussion. Okay, by the way, when something is fruitful, it has good results. Number three, the committee agreed, disagreed, object, praised strongly on our opinion. They all opposed it, opposed يعارض. Okay, so the committee disagreed. Disagreed, you can disagree on something, disagree on. Number four, there are many writers who supposed, supported, opposed, denied, and advocated women's rights. Okay, the answer here is supported. يدعم. Number five, you should a good reason for supporting her suggestion. You should make, you should do, you should take, you should have a good reason. So you should have a good reason. Number six, although they are twins, they are very differentiate, differ, or different in personality. They are different in personality. They are not the same. Number seven, he is a famous, he writes great works. Reader, authorized, author, or router. He is a famous author. By the way, author, it means writer. Okay, author or writer. Number eight, Charlotte Bronte. Charlotte Bronte, she was a writer. Charlotte Bronte's more or many or most famous book is Jane Eyre. It's most famous book. That means Jane Eyre is more famous than all her other writings. He was born into a very poor or wealthy or worthy family. They had a great deal of money. That means the family was wealthy, rich. Jane was happy to going on to load school to go. Happy to plus infinitive. Number 11. He was led. He has led a very unhappy life or live or lives or lives. It's life. When I say someone has led, it means his life has led a very unhappy life. That means his life is or was difficult. Mayada was told to leave the school and join another. Once she was told to leave the school. 13. Jane decided to join a job in teaching. Okay, you have to think carefully. Apply, here join is an infinitive, so use apply to plus infinitive. Okay. Haneen applied for in with to writing for a new job. Writing it's gerund. So here you have to use applied in writing. In writing. So apply to plus infinitive, apply in plus gerund. All the applicants should apply applicants متقدمين لوظيفة يعني for in with on the internet it's on. 16. He found a new job like as such as likely a worker in a big factory. He will be a worker in a big factory, so as a worker. Don't forget work as and your job. Okay. For example, you can say my father works as a teacher. He found a new job as a worker. He will be a worker in a big factory. 17. He has toiled all his life. He has toiled all his life. That means he has worked hard all his life. Okay, he has worked like as such as likely a machine. He has worked like a machine. Okay, why? Because he is not a machine. He has worked like a machine. Number 19. Her new job employer is very kind and treats her well. So the answer here is employer. Okay, someone who gives you a job is your employer. It might be a person, it might be a company. For example, a company might be your employer. 20. He is a young employer and looks forward to a promotion. Employee, okay, موظف. 21. Many of the staff in our school who learn, teach, mention, take English are well qualified. Here I'm talking about teachers, so it's teach. Many of the staff in our school who teach. 22. When she was young, she went to a school call the new generation. It's called. You have to know called here is a short form. The full form is she went to a school which was called. Okay, and instead of writing which was called, you can only write called without the relative pronoun which or verb to be was. Okay, you can only use called here. 23. He was very wealthy and owned have a lot of money and owned a lot of money. Owned here it means he had a lot of money. Okay. 24. The last one. She mixed with other students and soon she a friendship with all, and soon she made a friendship. Make or made a friendship with someone. Okay. That's all for now, guys. From number 25 to number 30, you can read them well, answer them, and you can send your answers in a comment, and I promise I'll correct them. Study well, get ready for exams. See you soon and goodbye. That's all for now. Goodbye.